She was once the most beloved daughter of a duke. To seek revenge, she willingly bound herself to a monster. After her beloved mother fell victim to her sister's deadly scheme, the pure Lily transformed into a flower of poison the day before her wedding to the crown prince. Lily discovered her fiancé having an affair with her sister Bella. To keep their secret, the two forced deadly poison down her throat. It was poison that Bella had brewed herself. After drinking it, she would instantly lose her voice and slowly die in agony. To create an alibi, they tied her to a horse's back and abandoned her in the dark wild. And tonight happened to be the blood moon. On the blood moon, a terrifying monster would appear and slaughter every living thing. Lily, abandoned in the wilderness, was meant to be his meal. Just as Lily reached her final moment, the monster saved her and brought her back to the monster's exclusive manor. When she regained consciousness, she found herself at the Shadow Castle. It was an ancient castle located deep within the dark wild, and all the land here belonged to the king's heir. The man in the darkness snapped his fingers. The dim room was instantly illuminated. Only then did Lily see clearly that the person before her was Lord Isaac. King's heir Isaac was His Majesty's youngest brother, second only to the king himself in the kingdom. My fiancé Prince Richard had to respectfully address him as royal uncle. Rumor had it he was handsome and wealthy. A perfect catch, the ideal man for every noble lady. Yet he had gone astray through obsession with dark magic, retreating alone to the dark wild away from society, and thus this legendary man disappeared from the court. Thinking of this, Lily hurriedly got out of bed to express her gratitude for saving her life. However, the moment she lowered her head, a wave of dizziness struck. Lily lost her balance and fell into Isaac's arms. Isaac called out her name without hesitation. "I know you, the unfortunate girl who almost became the crown princess. Although Catherine's magic potion saved your life, dark magic and poison work by fighting poison with poison. You were unconscious for 2 days, your body is still very weak and needs rest. So there's no need to be formal with me." She caught the key information from Isaac's words. 2 days had passed, which meant the day of my wedding to Richard had already gone by. With the bride absent from a royal wedding, Lily couldn't imagine how severe the consequences would be. What would happen to her parents? Thinking of this, Lily couldn't control her trembling. Seeing this, Isaac beside her suddenly asked, "Miss Lily, do you hate them? Do you want revenge?" For Lily, it was more than hate, it was a bone-deep loathing. But she was just a noble lady who had never left her chambers. Besides needlework and preparing herbal remedies, she knew nothing else. How could someone like her become an enemy of Bella, who had half-witch's blood and royal connections? Seeing her so dejected, Isaac lifted her face. "Look at me. A woman determined to seek revenge should never bow her head again. I can teach you strategy, assassination, and combat." The condition was that she would stay at the Shadow Castle forever, by his side. Hearing this, Lily was confused. The lord, rumored to be arrogantly untouchable, would say such things to a girl he just met. Although he saved my life, he was still royalty. I wasn't sure if he was trustworthy. Thinking this, Lily bowed again and politely declined. "Respected king's heir, I'm grateful for saving my life, but I already have a marriage engagement. Staying long in an unmarried man's home would subject you to gossip. My engagement and grievances involve family honor. I should consult with my father before making any decisions. Besides, I've been missing. For days, my mother would be very worried. Please allow me to return home." Isaac didn't try to keep her and complied with her wishes. As they passed each other, Isaac suddenly grabbed her hand. This truly startled Lily. When she thought he was going back on his word, he said, "Cross the dark wild on foot in night clothes?" Hearing this, Lily finally realized her oversight. I had been chatting with a strange man in such thin night clothes. As she wished the ground would swallow her, Isaac had his servants prepare clothes and a horse for her. He watched as she rode away. Catherine asked in confusion, "My lord, you're just letting that girl leave like this? We've confirmed her identity. She's the saint's only daughter. She's qualified to inherit her maternal line's generations-old potion formulas, having tasted various herbs since childhood. Her blood can restore your original appearance and sanity affected by the moon phases. Using her properly is the best shortcut to lifting your curse and returning to court." Isaac said nothing. He simply looked quietly at the crow in the sky. This crow could bring him the information he wanted, because what he wanted was never by force, but for her to willingly come back on her own. Only then would she belong to him forever. On the other side, Lily arrived breathlessly at Duke Roland's manor. Her beloved mother greeted her in a way she couldn't accept. The mother who had said just days ago she would personally see her off at her wedding, now lay here quietly. But before she could grieve, she was imprisoned. The reason? She was the murderer of her own mother, Lady Anjou, though she hysterically demanded to see her father to prove her innocence. Not only did she not see her father, but Bella arrived instead. Bella looked down her nose at her as if she were a speck of dirt. Her shouting was a joke in Bella's eyes. "It seems my dear sister doesn't want to see me. Who are you hoping will visit you? Duke Roland?" Unfortunately, father became ill, because his most beloved daughter Lily eloped with a wild man, poisoned her own mother, and fled the royal wedding, and suddenly fell seriously ill with heart disease. I still need to brew medicine for him later. When Bella slowly uttered the words brew medicine, Lily finally understood that Bella had not only killed mother but was planning to harm father too, and she had become the scapegoat printed on wanted posters. Tomorrow night they would send her to the gallows. They had originally wanted to make it look like she fled in fear of punishment and died in the dark wild by the monster's hand. And as if by perfect timing, she returned. only to become the talk of the nation. To Richard, her childhood friend, she was merely a caged bird, to be discarded once he grew bored. What he loved most was always reputation and the throne. He was just a scumbag, and she didn't care. But what infuriated Lily most was Bella's actions. Bella was an illegitimate daughter with witch's blood whom father brought into the Duke's manor. Mother treated her as her own, imparting all her pharmaceutical knowledge, and she had always treated her as a real sister. She didn't understand why Bella would do this. Furious, Lily's hands went around Bella's neck, but she never used full force, which gave Bella the chance to fight back. "I gave you the chance to strangle me and you use it to lecture me on morality?" After coldly saying "I'm bored," Bella unhesitatingly chanted a spell. Then a dazzling light surrounded her, and she was thrown back 2 meters. A little green imp appeared from nowhere and instantly bound her tight. It turned out Bella had always hated her deeply. "We're both Duke Roland's daughters. Why should you bathe in blessings and love because your mother is a saint, while I had to wander homeless because my mother was a witch? Why, when we both fell in love with Richard, did father only arrange a royal engagement for you while he and I could only have an affair in dark corners? Once you're dead, everything will be mine." Watching Bella's hysteria, Lily was filled with regret. She couldn't help but cry out desperately, "King's heir, I regret it! I want revenge! Please help me get revenge!" But to her surprise, her plea was answered. The crow with a communication device at the window responded to her. "Miss Lily, I've received your wish." The crow did have some skills. With one breath, the little green imp instantly snapped apart. Watching the crow slowly land before her, Lily couldn't help asking, "Little crow, you know magic?" That comment hit a nerve with the thin-skinned crow. "I am not some little crow," he shot back, thoroughly nettled. "I have a name. I'm Karen, the King's heir's most trusted spy, here by my master's order to escort Miss Roland back to the Shadow Castle." This shocked Lily. The little crow before her was actually the renowned spy Karen, while the soldiers downstairs wondered how the tower prison's iron bars had disappeared. Lily leaped from the window. Karen caught her precisely below. "Miss Lily, are you ready for a short trip? There might be occasional turbulence during flight. Remember to hold tight to my feathers." The guards downstairs could only watch helplessly as the giant crow carried Lily away. Escaping in plain sight with a crow possessing dark magic would only further confirm the rumors that she was the murderer. But she had no other choice. As long as there's life, there's hope, and one day she would live to make them pay in blood. The crow flew with her all the way back to the Shadow Castle. When Isaac asked if she was ready, she understood that from this moment on, she was no longer that pampered Duke's daughter. She thanked Isaac for taking her in when she had nowhere to go. But she wanted to understand more. She was betrayed by everyone and had become a wanted criminal. The risks and dangers of sheltering her far outweighed any benefits. "What do you want in return for helping me like this?" Hearing her finally ask this question, Isaac was pleased. She was smart enough to think from the other's perspective, this partner at least wouldn't be a burden. There was no harm telling her. They'd be together day and night, and it couldn't be hidden for long anyway. "It's for your blood. A few years ago, I was afflicted with a troublesome curse, and your blood can alleviate it. In exchange, how about giving me your blood to make medicine on each full moon night?" As he spoke, Isaac gave her a necklace of profound significance to her, to show his sincerity. This necklace stirred mixed emotions in her. It was her mother's necklace, a wedding gift from her grandmother when her mother married. Mother had said she would personally put it on her wedding day, but now things had changed. She would never have Mother put it on her. She was determined to get revenge and make Richard and Bella pay blood for blood. Since both sides were using each other, why worry so much? Thinking this, Lily pushed away the large hand on her shoulder, turned around and moved face-to-face closer to Isaac, carefully examining his eyes, then unbuttoning his shirt. When the shirt opened, it was just as she thought. A purple moon-shaped mark appeared on Isaac's chest. It was the moon's shackle. At this moment, Lily finally understood why he chose to leave the royal family and live in isolation in the depths of this wilderness. Legend had it that those afflicted with the dark magic of the moon's shackle would endure bone-piercing pain on full moon nights, then lose their sanity and completely transform into a monster, finally going mad and dying after killing their loved ones. And that crow Karen, who used magic to help her escape, had also been cursed and transformed into a bird. Karen was someone Isaac bought from a slave market and had kept by his side, and he was his capable shadow attendant. The night of the witch invasion, Karen blocked part of the curse for him. Otherwise, he would have already become a beast or a cripple, and since then, Karen could only live in a crow's body. "Sooner or later, I'll find the woman who cursed me, and the mastermind behind her, and make them pay 1,000-fold. So standing on the same ground of revenge, I can empathize with you." Lily's doubts were resolved. To her, it was just a bit of blood. This was a very worthwhile transaction. "If you trust me, please allow me to prepare calming and pain-relieving herbs for you." When Catherine came to report that Karen had brought a letter from the king, what she saw was the two of them in close, intimate contact. The stunned maid finally came to her senses and hurriedly said, "Miss Lily, don't worry. I won't tell anyone about your secret with his lordship. There was no way to clear my name now." She had simply wanted to examine his lordship's symptoms after being cursed up close, to study how to prescribe the right remedy. Lily was just telling the truth. but in Catherine's eyes, she was impressive. Because she and Karen using magic could only barely reduce his lordship's madness, yet Miss Lily actually had a way to break the curse. In reality, Lily truly had no experience breaking curses, but growing up by her mother's side, she had absorbed a great deal of pharmaceutical knowledge. The most important ingredient was her blood. Medicine prepared with her blood could lift Isaac's curse. This could be considered repaying him for saving her life. Isaac showed her around his study, his training grounds, and other places in the courtyard. He even prepared a fully equipped pharmaceutical laboratory for her. This was a pleasant surprise for Lily. After showing her around the castle, Isaac had business at the Carefree Hall and told her she could call Catherine or Karen if she needed anything. Lily couldn't help calling out to Isaac. "King's heir, may I ask if something is troubling you?" It turned out that Lily, as a pharmacist, was very sensitive to patients' emotions. Since Isaac had read His Majesty's letter, although he appeared calm on the surface, his inner state seemed more anxious than usual. Since they were on the same side, she hoped she could help. However, for someone as exceptional as Isaac, he naturally couldn't reveal everything so easily to someone he barely knew. "You don't need to concern yourself with my affairs." Lily had no response to such cold words. He was right. Just because he saved me didn't mean we could become friends. Looking at her reflection in the medicine bowl, Lily couldn't help sighing. "Lily, you're no longer a duke's daughter, living under someone else's roof. You must mind your place. He's sheltering me only for my blood. If that's the case, then satisfy his demands and fully use him to achieve my own goals." Lost in thought, the greedy crow caught the scent and flew over, drinking without a word. This was medicine Lily had brewed for Isaac. Before she could stop it, the bowl was already empty. Instantly, a brilliant light flashed, and the crow transformed back into human form. Lily knew this was because of her blood added to it. The castle only had the most basic medicinal materials, with limited efficacy. The human form could only be maintained for half a day before reverting to crow form. Theoretically, with precious medicinal materials, the human form could last longer, but this needed testing. Moreover, unicorn hair and mermaid scales were priceless and practically impossible to find on the market. Eager to become human, Karen immediately pulled Lily to rush to the market. Maybe with good luck he'd come across good medicinal materials. Simply visiting the market was actually difficult for Lily. Because she was now wanted if discovered by royal guards, the consequences would be unthinkable. Her worry was trivial in Karen's eyes. "Just change your appearance, leave it to me. I guarantee even your own parents won't recognize you." Lily could hardly believe the unfamiliar appearance in the mirror. This Fan Clan girl was actually herself. She thought grooming and dressing was Catherine's job, never expecting Karen could do it too. Hearing this, Karen smiled proudly. "Disguise is a spy's basic skill. By the way, you're wearing my clothes." Hearing this, Lily couldn't help imagining a chocolate beauty in Fan Clan attire. With the identity issue resolved, the two arrived at the apothecary. From the beautiful proprietress's interaction with Karen, Lily could tell they were old acquaintances. Although Karen said this was thanks to the king's heir. According to Karen, this small shop might be tiny but had everything. It could always get rare items not found elsewhere. As he finished speaking, the box the beautiful proprietress brought over seemed extraordinary. Unexpectedly, it was adult male mermaid scales, the most potent magical potion ingredient. Seeing this, Karen ordered them all, no other reason than having plenty of money. Then the doorbell rang, and a voice arrived before the person. "Miss Edith, did the mermaid scales I asked you to find arrive?" Seeing who entered, Lily was quite speechless. This was the last person she wanted to see right now. The woman glanced sideways at Lily's attire and said contemptuously, "Can a lowly Fan Clan servant afford such expensive materials?" While speaking, she snatched the scales from Lily's hand. Because in her eyes, Fanla people would only use these scales to make aphrodisiacs to seduce men. Then she ignored them and rattled off several medicinal materials. The proprietress didn't comply with her wishes because Lily and her companion had reserved the scales first, and furthermore, she didn't understand how this red-haired woman dared speak to them this way. The proprietress's words were a joke in the red-haired woman's eyes. The Fanla clan was just a wandering group without even a country. No matter how impressive their background, they were merely servants in some noble household, while she was now Duke Roland's only daughter. She immediately offered double the price to take the scales. That's right, the woman was Lily's enemy Bella. In Karen's eyes, she had a face that made you want to tear it apart. What Lily focused on were the medicines she mentioned. The medicines she wanted to buy were for making puppet potions. Drinking that medicine would gradually cause loss of intelligence and judgment, eventually turning someone into a manipulable puppet. She had said she would brew medicine for father. It seemed she wanted to use drugs to control father and manipulate the entire Roland family. Seeing her so arrogant, Lily casually picked up some powder of moth's wings and silently sprinkled it on her. Facing Bella's fury, Lily said calmly, "You took my scales, so this bottle of powder is a gift. Do be careful with it. Never let it touch your skin, or you'll get unbearably itchy rashes." Hearing this, Bella started shouting and yelling. Karen, who had long found her displeasing, yanked her over. According to Fanla clan rules, insulting clan members like this, "I can kill you." Seeing something was wrong, Bella finally used a bit of her brain to figure out the situation. Miss Edith knew she was from the Roland family, yet still treated them with great respect. Could they really have a background she dared not offend? Now was the critical moment for me to get the Roland family in my grasp. I couldn't create complications. Thinking this, this, Bella almost ground her back teeth to dust, finally bent down, and apologized to her reluctantly. Under Karen's blade admitted that she herself was the filthy, disgusting, lowly wretch. It was just a wild dog barking. Lily wouldn't take it to heart. What she wanted were the mermaid scales and all the medicinal materials Bella had asked for. Therefore, right in front of Bella, Lily smilingly packaged up all the medicinal materials she had mentioned, and requested that the proprietress ban Bella from entering in the future. The beautiful proprietress was happy to comply. Having finished their business, Lily and Karen headed back. For Lily, this encounter was merely the beginning of revenge. Bella, pushed to the ground, clenched her fists. Her eyes were like they'd been poisoned. She wanted to immediately call Richard to tear them to pieces. Watching their departing figures, Bella felt a sense of déjà vu. Just like that Miss Lily who attended social balls at 13, whose very silhouette was as elegant as a freshly bloomed lily, the future crown princess. Bella wasn't sure if it was Lily, but better to kill wrongly than let go. That was her guiding principle. Therefore, Bella immediately went to Richard's manor. Playboy Prince Richard was currently quite comfortable surrounded by women. Playing hide and seek, he caught Bella. However, when he pulled off the blindfold and saw who it was, Richard's expression stiffened because he had warned her countless times not to come to the palace to see him on her own. Bella ignored what he said and embellished her description of what happened and what she saw in the small shop, including her suspicions, and conveniently deflected trouble to make Richard furious. As a prince, what Richard hated most was people saying he was inferior to his royal uncle Isaac, so Bella deliberately connected this matter with Lily. Why not use someone else's knife to kill? Seeing Richard's handsome face fill with intense fury, she knew she had succeeded. Lily and Karen were in great spirits after dealing with Bella. The only displeasure was that Karen had turned back into a crow, but that still didn't stop his crow's mouth. Did you see her face swollen like a pig's head? So satisfying, absolutely delightful. Despite Karen's schadenfreude, Lily was worried about the shop owner. She feared she would suffer Bella's retaliation. Karen said there was no need to worry. Miss Edith was the most capable Fanla clan woman, and even if they didn't intervene, she wouldn't let others humiliate her fellow clanspeople. Moreover, her help wasn't because of his lordship's authority, but like them, she had a debt of gratitude to repay. When the two returned to the Shadow Castle, they saw the king's heir holding a pocket watch, looking at them with displeasure, meaning they had returned too late. Back in her room, Lily couldn't help sighing. She couldn't help asking Catherine if she had made his lordship angry, because when she explained to him why she went out, his attitude was icy. She apologized to him nicely, yet he wanted to control her comings and goings from the castle. Even if he has done me a favor, he has no right to restrict my personal freedom. However, Catherine said he was concerned about her. It turned out the first thing he did upon returning from the palace was bring flowers to find her. But he searched the entire castle without finding anyone. Only when he learned she was out with Karen did he feel somewhat relieved. But he kept waiting in the hall. He worried she was immersed in grief over losing her mother, and feared she might be recognized due to her wanted status and meet with misfortune. It turned out he was simply not good at expressing himself and preferred to show through actions. And at this late hour he was still practicing swordplay. Lily couldn't help asking, "Is something troubling you?" And Isaac just said coldly that she needn't concern herself with his private matters. Though he said this, he still gentlemanly escorted her back to her room. Seeing this, Lily guessed what was troubling him. Isaac neither denied nor confirmed, but asked in return how she knew. Seeing this, Lily knew she hadn't guessed wrong. After all, she'd been the crown princess, so understanding some royal rumors wasn't difficult. Richard had always been ambitious. Coveting the throne, he wanted to marry her merely to use the Roland family to expand his power, and the king treated his brother Isaac with brotherly affection. But street rumors said he was wary of Isaac's military achievements. Whoever could place such a powerful curse on Isaac must know him extremely well. They needed him alive, but also wanted him to leave the center of power in disgrace. Just think about who benefits, and it's not hard to deduce your situation. As soon as she finished speaking, Isaac covered her mouth with his hand. Lily, immediately realizing, hurriedly apologized. She shouldn't have rashly commented on his family matters. Hearing this, Isaac smiled. "I don't dislike clever young ladies, though it would be better if you had more discretion. My brother is hosting a family banquet at the palace. If I cannot attend, he will assume I have no interest in politics and abolish my position as king's heir. And that day happens to be a blood moon night." Because Isaac's reclusiveness had sparked rumors and aroused his suspicion. Or perhaps he knew Isaac was afflicted with the moon's shackle and deliberately arranged this banquet for him. Lily couldn't help worrying and asked how he would respond. Isaac knew that even if it was a trap, he had to attend. Therefore, he asked Lily to prepare a magic potion for him. Hearing this, Lily was happy because he trusted her. She would ensure he could face that night's challenge with a sound and rational body. After they reached an agreement, Isaac invited her to be his dance partner. Although Lily was very willing, she was still worried. Richard would also attend the royal banquet. Isaac understood her concerns, so he gave her a completely new name to thoroughly transform her and become someone utterly new. Her new identity would be Princess Lilith of the Leonia Kingdom. He performed a hand-kissing gesture and asked if she would pretend to be his fiancé. Lily suddenly felt her heartbeat quicken. On the other side, Miss Edith's shop suddenly caught fire, reddening the night sky. And in the prince's manor, Richard seemed to be waiting for someone. Moments later, a subordinate reported that what he had ordered was done, and the person he was looking for was hiding in a shop run by Fanla people in the Old Town. town, because he had found a necklace and a lock of hair. Just as she expected, Bella wouldn't let it go. Even though Karen said not to worry about Miss Edith, Lily still made preparations. With Isaac's help, she prepared a female corpse similar to her build, along with a lock of hair and her necklace, arranged in Miss Edith's shop. The herb shop was indeed burned, and that corpse and box were stolen. Fortunately, Miss Edith heeded Lily's words and transferred valuable items in advance. Most importantly, the wanted posters in the city had all been removed. Lily was grateful that Miss Edith was willing to cooperate. Otherwise, this fake death scenario would have been difficult to carry out. Only then did Miss Edith learn that the fire was set by Crown Prince Richard. The woman who argued with Lily in the shop that day was Richard's mistress. Although the losses weren't great, Lily still felt apologetic. If she had backed down that day, perhaps none of this would have happened. If possible, she wanted to compensate those in the old town who were implicated. However, Miss Edith didn't agree with her thinking. She didn't regret helping Lily. If you encounter a fierce beast, playing dead is useless. Either flee and never return, or pierce its heart. Lily humbly accepted Miss Edith's advice and proposed that she no longer be called Miss Roland, because Lily, the legitimate daughter of the Roland family, had already died in that fire. After seeing off Miss Edith, Lily walked alone in the courtyard and couldn't help sighing. Isaac's sudden appearance still surprised Lily. Isaac didn't understand why she was sighing. Her prediction was correct. The prepared corpse, along with the hair and necklace, made Richard believe she had burned to death. She should feel relieved now. Are you feeling guilty about the civilians in the old town being affected? Hearing this, Lily said nothing. Seeing this, Isaac counseled her. The shop was burned because Bella was despicable and vile, and Richard was sinister and jealous, that's all. At this moment, Lily no longer felt she should tolerate Bella, but regretted why she hadn't killed her earlier. Isaac was pleased with her awakening. Her eyes increasingly resembled those of an avenger, and he told her that in situations like the shop, Karen wouldn't actually harm Bella. When it comes to killing, he only acts on his orders. If you want to cut your enemy to pieces, please do it yourself. Lily drew her short sword, looking at the face reflected on the blade. After a moment of silence, she suddenly thrust the short sword forward and asked, "What do I need to learn to play a princess of the Leonia Kingdom?" Isaac easily dodged her surprise attack while saying, "The Leonia Kingdom is a country that honors queens, generals, and ministers are all female." While speaking, their sparring didn't stop. Isaac easily deflected her attacks, twisted her wrist, and the short sword fell to the ground. With another reversal, Isaac held her against his chest. He won again. Lily was also helpless. They had sparred like this countless times, with the same result each time. Of course, besides combat skills, there were also horsemanship, etiquette, and arts, all skills appreciated by Leonia nobility. Isaac arranged for his exclusive tailor to custom-make princess gowns for her. Most importantly, she needed to master their language and history within a month. History books told of how Leonia royal women were born with powerful white magic bloodlines. They could manipulate natural elements to purify all impurities. This ability brought the ancient kingdom 700 years of peace and prosperity, yet it couldn't escape the law of decline after prosperity. Greedy people one day summoned demons wanting to seize their power. The witches committed all manner of evil, ultimately angering the gods and bringing divine punishment. Soon, doomsday descended upon the Leonia kingdom. Mountains collapsed, earth split, fiery rain fell, and the once glorious ancient kingdom sank beneath the sea. From then on, witches were regarded as ominous beings and expelled, and the Leonia royal family deeply loved their land and people. They considered martyrdom for their country and honor. Legend had it they fought the catastrophe to the very end, buried at the bottom of the sea along with the ancient kingdom's vast wealth. There was also a legend that Leonia descendants fled to the kingdom and went into hiding, and Lily discovered that the Leonia kingdom's volcanic eruption was the year she was born. Isaac had gone to great lengths to find them, but unfortunately found nothing. The Leonia royal family's purification ability could break Isaac's moon shackle. At this moment, Lily finally understood the reason for appearing as a Leonia princess. Her blood could suppress Isaac's transformation. And when Isaac, who had disappeared for a time, reappeared under the blood moon without transforming into a monster, and had a Leonia descendant princess by his side, the mastermind would surely believe his curse had been lifted. Then there would certainly be the next move, and she was the bait to draw out the enemy. Seeing she had figured out the stakes, Isaac advised, "If you're afraid, you can back out." Lily refused. Isaac choosing her as bait meant he needed her. It also meant this matter was quite troublesome. Learning a language was much easier for her than combat and assassination. Next, Lily entered an intensive study mode. From day to night, candles burned one after another. When tired and sleepy, she used the table as a bed. When Isaac came in, he saw her once again sleeping deeply with her head on the table. She still held a pen in her hand but looked extremely restless in sleep, with nightmares and tearful eyes. Isaac stared at her quietly, then after a moment gently carried her in his arms. His slow, steady steps showed he valued the person in his arms. Until he placed her on the bed, she still didn't wake. Clearly, she was truly exhausted. At this moment, Isaac suddenly felt a sharp pain in his chest. A pained groan startled Lily awake. Seeing her wake, Isaac turned to flee. Seeing this, Lily grabbed him, asked if he was about to transform again and was in pain. She unhesitatingly extended her hand, wanting him to drink her blood to suppress it. Isaac was in such pain that cold sweat poured down, gripping that slender wrist, as if hearing the sound of blood flowing. The next second, fangs emerged from his mouth, shocking Lily. Those beautiful, well-defined hands had now become terrifying claws. These claws rested on her fair neck. With just a little force, she would surely die. Isaac struggled to restrain himself but couldn't suppress the transformation. Instantly, he pinned her down and opened his mouth toward her carotid artery. Lily had never seen the king's heir like this. Just as the fangs came extremely close to her carotid artery, Lily resisted. Lily's resistance awakened Isaac's temporary rationality. Struggling with the transformation again, he finally became fully conscious. When he saw everything clearly, he pushed Lily away. His claws covered his head in agony. He didn't forget to apologize to her and ran toward the door, roaring at her not to look at him or follow. Running to the door, he bumped into Catherine carrying coffee. Catherine knew her master was having another episode. She had seen this scene countless times. Lily, worried, chased after him, still holding a red vial in her hand. When Lily arrived, she saw Catherine humming a tune trying to calm him. She had read about the power of the moon's shackle in books, but only seeing it in person did she understand. Even the most powerful warrior was helpless against it. Catherine begged Lily to help him. She didn't know why he had suddenly transformed early, and he was enduring pain and thirst beyond normal imagination. However, Isaac interrupted Catherine's plea and roared loudly for her to get away and not come near him if she didn't want to die. Lily understood his intention. He feared he would tear her apart in his madness. Lily ignored his shouting and walked forward, telling him to take this experimental potion first. Although it contained her blood, she wasn't sure of its effect. Isaac threw the potion on the ground and told her to leave quickly. Seeing this, Lily became angry too. She scolded him for being an unreasonable child and warned him not to be stubborn with the doctor when seriously ill. Having said this, Lily drank all the potion from the vial, then domineeringly sealed Isaac's mouth with hers. Under Isaac's astonished gaze, he took the potion in a special way. However, Isaac instantly collapsed after taking the medicine and fell right onto Lily. It turned out that after the frenzy was lifted, he would fall into deep sleep, something to be mindful of when attending the court ball. 3 days later, Lily was in the pharmacy improving the potion. Catherine came by to say the dress was ready and asked her to try it on. Lily was surprised it was finished so quickly. Catherine revealed that His Highness had also prepared a surprise gift for her. Lily was taken aback at these words. The two hadn't seen each other for 3 days since that day. She forced herself to focus entirely on preparing potions, and both seemed to tacitly avoid each other. The subtle ambiguity between them left her unable to figure out what he was thinking. When they met, Isaac asked her to try on the dress. At the same time, a servant brought over a golden box. What's this? Opening the box, the emerald inside was clearly worth a fortune. Seeing this emerald, Lily couldn't believe it. She hurriedly called out to Isaac, who was about to leave, and anxiously asked about the emerald. That's right, the emerald in the center was the one her mother had left her. When faking the fire victim, Lily had given the most important emerald to Isaac to mislead others. Though a treasure could ensure everything went smoothly, Isaac felt this was her mother's keepsake and shouldn't be discarded. So he replaced it with a fake. And fortunately, the final result was flawless. As he said these words, Isaac didn't dare look directly at her. He feared she'd think he was being meddlesome. However, the next second, a warmth from behind startled him greatly. Lily suddenly ran forward and embraced him. With tears in her eyes, she thanked him repeatedly. She thought she'd never see this necklace again. This was the best gift he could have given her in the world. After calming her excited emotions, Lily turned to change into the dress. Watching her back, Isaac fell into deep thought. She always threw herself at him without thinking. Didn't she know how dangerous it was to be near him? Thinking of the last time she recklessly threw herself at him, Isaac unconsciously touched his lips, as if he could still smell that lily fragrance. In the blink of an eye, it was the night of the blood moon. It was a banquet that Isaac and Lily had long prepared to attend, knowing it was likely a Trojan banquet. The ball was bustling with activity, with all the noble ladies present. The arrival of the beautiful and proud Countess Celine drew everyone's attention. People speculated that Celine's appearance tonight, someone who never participated in social events, meant Crown Prince Isaac would also be present. Seeing her looking around, the Crown Prince approached her, asking if Countess Celine was looking for his uncle who dared not show his face. He'd heard that Isaac was addicted to dark magic and had turned into a monster who went mad at every full moon, probably running naked across the dark wild right now. To successfully invite Celine to dance, the Crown Prince was putting in all his effort. However, his plan was doomed to fail. Celine refused with contempt in her eyes, saying she wouldn't dance with a man who had a penchant for arson. At these words, the Crown Prince became furious. Rumors about the Old Town arson case had somehow started pointing to him, even though he'd been so careful at the time. Celine turned and saw Bella dressed vulgarly like a nouveau riche. Of course, she didn't know her. When she asked, the Crown Prince also said he didn't know her and had never seen her. At this, Bella stepped forward, seemingly to introduce herself. But in reality, she was letting Celine know that she was now in charge of the Duke's estate, and that in the future, she would marry the Crown Prince and become a member of the royal family. An announcement that Crown Prince Isaac had arrived interrupted everyone's thoughts. Of course, Celine was the happiest. She had come tonight only for Isaac. As the two walked in, everyone was stunned. Everyone knew His Highness the Crown Prince had an extraordinary bearing. But who was that beautiful woman with violet eyes? Isaac didn't let people speculate for long. He proactively introduced the beautiful woman's identity. She was a princess descended from the Leonia kingdom, and also his fiancé. This caused a huge stir, and everyone was stunned once again. This beauty, too dazzling to look at directly, was the Crown Prince's fiancé. Her entrance had captured everyone's attention. So she was a Leonia descendant. No wonder her temperament was so refined. Of course, not everyone acknowledged her beauty. Bella was one of them. In her view, there were plenty of these pretentious, exiled noble frauds. Seeing the Crown Prince's confused expression, Bella leaned close to his ear and whispered. At her words, the Crown Prince instantly showed a malicious smile. Looking at the crowd, each with their own schemes, Lily walked toward Celine. Two equally proud and beautiful women on stage together once again drew all eyes. Lily politely asked if she was Countess Hestia, whom His Highness often mentioned. At these words, Celine was very surprised. Brother Isaac had actually mentioned her, and said they grew up together like siblings. At this, Celine closed her fan and provocatively lifted Lily's chin, and said with great displeasure that he had never mentioned her. This future princess of unknown origin. Isaac stopped Celine's rude behavior. At this moment, the Crown Prince stepped forward and said with thinly veiled sarcasm, "Uncle, what brings you from your dreary castle to the palace? Would this particular ill wind be the one called Lilith?" As he spoke, his hand moved with intrusive familiarity to lift Lily's chin. Without a word, Lily slapped him directly, then said proudly that she was a princess of the Leonia kingdom and wouldn't tolerate such humiliation. Enemies always understood each other well. Bella wouldn't believe in such a coincidence. Leonia was a divine family that had been enemies with witches for generations, so how could she marry someone cursed by magic? Pure hatred flashed in Lily's eyes at the sight of her foe. Her hands balled into fists so tight they shook with the urge to strike. Isaac's calm, restraining hand settled over her knuckles. He pulled her behind him. His protective intent couldn't be clearer, then said he had brought her today to clarify those absurd rumors. As soon as he finished speaking, Lily placed both hands on either side of Bella's head, then closed her eyes and solemnly recited an incantation. As the incantation ended, small flowers bloomed all over Bella's head. Lily said innocently that she was dressed like a jewelry box and hoped she didn't mind adding a few more decorations. Bella instantly looked like a turkey. This display by Lily, making flowers bloom from the thorn decorations, further established her identity as a descendant princess. Isaac took the opportunity to add, this was the power of Leonia's descendants. She could heal all wounds and purify all filth, and could save all lives. Before her, no dark magic could hide. At this, Bella still refused to believe. The divine women of Leonia had clearly already. Her muttering was drowned out by the contemptuous whispers of the crowd. Such a vulgar and crude person was clearly not of high class. If it weren't for Miss Lily's absence, it wouldn't be her turn to inherit the Roland family. On the other side, Isaac said with some concern, Catherine's potion could only create an illusion on the thorn crown that would dissipate after 3 hours. Wasn't she afraid Bella would discover the trick? At this, Lily wasn't worried at all. Based on her understanding of Bella, she would remove the flower crown immediately. At this moment, the Crown Prince also felt utterly humiliated and was telling her to get lost. Gritting her teeth, Bella viciously removed the flower crown and angrily threw it on the ground, then fled the ball in rage. Lily, who had been watching her, noticed she was alone. She wanted to probe her, leaving Isaac to handle things here. Isaac didn't stop her and reminded her to be careful. However, the incompetent Crown Prince was also watching Lily's movements. The moment she left, he had his eyes on her. Watching her departing figure, the Crown Prince looked thoughtful. At this moment, Bella's face was contorted with rage. That waste Richard actually dared to look down on her. If only she had an identity like Lily's, how would others dare humiliate her in public? Sooner or later, she'd make them witness the true power of a witch. "So you're here, Miss Roland?" Lily asked in a tone of chance encounter. Bella's face was full of hostility, which surprised Lily greatly. Bella kept staring at Lily. She still felt uneasy about this woman. Lily calmly approached Bella, who was filled with dread. Compared to Bella's terror, Lily was completely composed. "You're bleeding." Without a word, Lily took Bella's hand, then very seriously and patiently bandaged it for her. Bella lifted her eyelids and secretly glanced at the person before her. Her elegant and perfect demeanor was flawless. "Your hand is fine, don't worry." This innocent smile gave Bella chills. What exactly did she want? The high and mighty divine woman made me a laughingstock, and now you're here to show charity? Lily took in all of Bella's startled reactions, but now wasn't the right time to deal with her. Although our ancestors were enemies, that's in the past. As a witch's descendant, don't you feel the same? Lily answered with perfect friendliness. What do you mean? The former witches and divine women are now nothing but gossip for nobles. You and I are the same. We've long lost the dignity we should have. Lily's unique perspective resonated with Bella. Yes, those arrogant scumbags would pay the price sooner or later. At this, Lily's face blossomed into a radiant smile. She suddenly grabbed Bella's hand. Are you talking about Prince Richard? As she spoke, she fumbled around Bella's arm. A red sachet fell precisely into her hand. I noticed an unusual scent from your sleeve earlier. Indeed, it's the scent of boiled mandrake. This is the drug used to make puppet potions. Having her secret suddenly exposed made Bella grit her teeth in anger. She wouldn't allow evidence to fall into others' hands. Without hesitation, she cast dark magic. The magic instantly surrounded Lily. The red sachet visibly disintegrated and scattered. Seeing that it was done, Bella looked smug. I don't know what you're talking about. What masterful use of despicable methods. Lily knew she had been careless. Seeing Bella turn to leave, Lily spoke up in time. You seem very sensitive, Miss Roland. I don't have evidence of you using puppet potions on nobles. Bella's dark face stared at Lily, uncertain how much truth was in her words. From her expression, Lily had gotten the answer she wanted. It seemed that not only her father, but she had also started using puppet potions on Richard. Having gotten her answer, Lily immediately made her exit. If she didn't leave now, Bella's magic would come after her. Lily could feel Bella's obvious killing intent. She couldn't delay any longer and had to rescue her father immediately. While Lily was lost in her thoughts, danger quietly approached. A large hand reached out from behind her. Powerful arms suddenly wrapped around her slender waist. The sudden physical contact startled Lily greatly. After seeing who it was, Lily's face darkened, and she said sternly, Your Highness, please control yourself. However, her words didn't deter the hand gripping her waist but made it tighten even more. His disgusting breath fell on her delicate shoulders. How could I bear to let go of someone as beautiful as you? Knowing this scumbag wouldn't let go, Lily didn't hesitate to use all her strength to elbow Richard. She quickly escaped while he cried out in pain. The prey that was in his grasp had escaped, but Richard wasn't angry. He was determined to have her. It wouldn't be so easy to get away from him. Lily ran far in one breath. When passing a door, she didn't hesitate to push it open. Looking at this huge living room, Lily was dumbfounded. Damn it, she was lost. Don't run, my little kitten. Before Isaac arrives, I'll make you mine. Before she could think more, Richard was already at the door. Damn it, Richard was determined to have her. Miss Lily. You don't know that when I held you, I already gave you the love potion. Do you know what happens to someone affected by the love potion? They lose their senses and sink into desire, unable to free themselves. Come out, you can't escape from my grasp. Richard, determined to have her, slowly searched bit by bit. Half a foot showed from under the curtain. Richard showed a meaningful evil smile. He walked over and reached out to pull back the curtain. Prince Richard, why are you here? A sudden voice made Richard's hand pause as he was about to pull back the curtain. Turning his head, he saw a female official holding a candle. Lady Cynthia, it's you again, Richard said with displeasure. This is a reception room, not your playground. If you haven't been invited, please leave. Lady Cynthia said matter-of-factly, unafraid of Richard. Richard was very annoyed at having his plans interrupted. You're just a teaching official by the Queen's side. Could you mind your own business? I have no intention of controlling you, but the Queen will arrive soon, and I need to clear the area. You're now interfering with my work. Lady Cynthia was unmoved, and Richard had no choice but to give up. But before leaving, he unwillingly pulled back the curtain. However, behind the curtain was nothing but a pair of small shoes. He thought she was in his grasp, but unexpectedly she had vanished. Richard widened his eyes in disbelief. Lady Cynthia boldly questioned if he was rehearsing a drama show. If it was a performance prepared for His Majesty, that would be fine, but if he was deliberately stalling for time, Richard, having put in all that effort for nothing, was in a furious temper. Shut up! He barked. Filled with rage, he strode out and left, slamming the door with great reluctance. After waiting quietly for a moment, Lady Cynthia said toward the darkness, Come out. You're very lucky. If he had been more patient, he would have found you. However, after her words fell, there was no movement behind the curtain. Lady Cynthia personally pulled it back. What she saw was Lily cutting her finger to let blood. Lady Cynthia was greatly surprised. You actually know to let blood to treat the toxicity of the love potion. Who taught you that? Just a little knowledge my mother passed down. Give me one more minute, and my strength will fully recover. Seeing that the other didn't want to say more, Lady Cynthia reached out and tapped her forehead. Very clever to use shoes as bait. If I hadn't appeared in time, Richard might already be dead by your hand. Why help me? We're neither relatives nor friends. Faced with Lily's question, Lady Cynthia was unfazed. Richard has done this more than once. The number of young women he succeeded with exceeds one hand. That was a controlled court love potion. Richard couldn't bypass me unless through some illegal means. The existence of such a person is simply a royal disgrace. Lily didn't understand. She clearly detested Richard, yet didn't punish him. However, as a female official, she felt deeply powerless. His Majesty dotes on the prince, and she's merely a female official. Moreover, when royalty does such things, there's always someone to clean up the mess. Unless it causes a major public scandal, no one can touch him. At these words, Lily said nothing. She deeply understood her helplessness. Leave quickly before the Queen arrives. As she spoke, she removed her own cloak. What happened here won't be known by a third person. Lily took the cloak and casually draped it on. I won't forget your help. Wait, if I remember correctly, fingertip blood released after being affected by the love potion has 8 parts toxicity. What do you plan to do with that bottle? Lily made a playful gesture. That's a secret. Of course, from her understanding of Richard, he wouldn't give up until he achieved his goal. Since he didn't succeed with her this time, there was only one target for him to vent on next. At this moment, Richard furiously came before Bella. Use your witchcraft to lure Lily to my room, otherwise I'll take this to His Majesty and let them know that everything I did before was all instigated by you, this witch. My dear Highness, you're not threatening me, are you? So what if I am? Don't forget, without your help I couldn't have gotten this drug. I'll also tell the queen that if you hadn't bewitched me, I would never have laid hands on those lowly palace maids. How can you do this? Everything I did was to please you. Then continue to please me. Bring that Lilith here right now. Did you hear me, you wretched woman? What's happening? My hand suddenly can't move. Am I nothing but your toy? I've known that for a long time. No need for your highness to remind me. It's just that now the tables have turned. It's your turn to be my toy. Come, my lovely puppet prince. Richard, present that bottle to me. Yes, master. Here you are. After getting the bottle, she smashed it. Finally, she didn't forget to mock Richard. Foolish highness, you look down on me while trying to use me. Let me teach you what a puppet should do. Lick my feet. While enjoying herself, a sound suddenly came from behind. Who is it? Come out. Who's that? Damn it, it's too dark to see clearly. Forget it. Whoever it is, the evidence is already destroyed, and Richard is now under my control. No one can accuse me. What a lovely scent. This is a candle lit with the love potion essence. Who put it here? How much has it burned? Richard suddenly embraced Bella from behind. The candle smells so good, and so do you, Bella. No, Richard, wait, this is a trap. I can't wait. Your hair, your skin, I wanted to possess all of you. Bella also became somewhat dazed and said, Richard, I feel the same. While things heated up on one side, the banquet continued with toasts and laughter on the other. Noble Princess Lilith, where did you just go? I went to the balcony to admire the moon. Didn't you know? Tonight is a rare new moon night. They say a meteor shower will pass through the sky. Really? I've never seen a meteor shower. Of course, Leonia's descendants never misread celestial phenomena. A meteor shower? I'd love to see it. Tonight's sky must be very romantic. In that case, let's all go to the balcony for some fresh air. I'll lead the way. Don't worry, go ahead. The group arrived at the balcony and saw a shameful scene. What are you doing? Aren't you ashamed? Why are there so many people? This is bad. Well, are you more sober now? Bella frantically pulled up her clothes to explain. It's not like that. Things aren't what everyone thinks. Damn despicable woman. You actually dared to use the love potion on me. No, your highness. What are you talking about? Everyone whispered. Richard being drugged? I don't believe it. I heard he's used court-forbidden drugs on maids more than once. Looks like it's true. They played boldly, now they're in trouble. Shut up. I'm going to notify the guards to arrest you all of you. Your highness, this is an important royal banquet. I suggest you control your emotions and stop making a scene. You pretentious wretch, how dare you order me around? You're nothing but what? What do you want to say? Your Majesty, Your Majesty. Unfilial son, you're increasingly disgracing your father. Your Majesty, please forgive me. I didn't expect that Bella, she actually used witch methods to bewitch me. Really? Is that so? No, Your Majesty. We're about to be engaged. Why would I possibly do something so counterproductive? Since they each tell different stories, why not take them both away and send them to the church tribunal together? Good idea. Stop embarrassing yourselves here. Wait, the forbidden drug was indeed brought out from the court pharmacy by Miss Bella. You're lying! It was her. She's the one who set the trap. But that's impossible. That bottle was clearly destroyed. That's right, this is the forbidden drug. I verified the serial number of this bottle. During the time it was checked out, only Miss Bella went to the pharmacy. The female officials can testify. But none of this is unrelated to Prince Richard, because Miss Bella accessed the court using his pass. Regardless of who is the principal offender and who is the accomplice, their sins are equally grave. Those young women controlled by drugs are all victims. Your Majesty, please uphold justice and cut off the source of this vicious behavior. Your Majesty, I've already given them many chances. Fine, guards. Mind your own business. So what if I instigated it? I'm a prince. Am I not entitled to enjoy everything in this palace? You're not worthy. A noble's responsibility is to lead by example, not abuse power. These words awakened something in Bella. A little girl had said this before. A noble's responsibility is to lead by example, not abuse power. It's you. It must be you. It really is you, Lily Rowland. My dear sister, you're so hard to kill. You're actually still alive. You're very lucky to have chosen Isaac, unlike me who misjudged and bet my fate on this waste Richard. But luck won't always be on your side. Richard was being restrained but broke free. Richard drew his sword and thrust it at Lily. Let it all end. Let it all end today. Isaac reacted in time and blocked it. You waste, stay away from her. Get lost, or don't blame me for not being polite. Bella continued to issue commands. Bite off your tongue. Stop Bella quickly. She's using a magic curse. She wants to kill him to silence him. Under Bella's control, blood began to seep from the corner of Richard's mouth. Isaac acted in time and knocked Richard down. You dare to murder the prince in public. I could kill you right now. What? Murder the prince in public? What are you saying? On what grounds do you say this? Just because of your lovely fiancé's slander? Prince Richard's behavior is strange, clearly symptoms of taking puppet potions. We just need to check the purchase records at the herbal shop Miss Bella frequents. It shouldn't be hard to find evidence of potion making. The woman I met in the shop that day was you, wasn't it, my dear sister? What are you talking about? Isn't this the first time we've met? Never mind. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter anymore. After speaking, she vanished instantly and suddenly appeared behind Lily. Watch out! She's behind you. I don't want to hide anymore. Your Majesty, please move away. Too late. You know, potions and spells are just the most insignificant methods. My mysterious Miss Lilith. Let this palace become the center of our storm. Are you insane? Just exploiting loopholes to use some minor magic, the church would still turn a blind eye. Such massive elemental magic, you'll be sentenced to death. So what? I'm an evil witch anyway. I'm sick of looking at you nobles' faces every day. Besides, as long as everyone here dies, no one will know what happened. Elemental magic is forbidden, because mortals don't have the power of divine women. To create miracles, one must pay the price in blood, such as draining the life force of all humans around. Of course, as the highest grade sacrifices, you'll enjoy special treatment. See that, sister? Your neck is next. Damn it, what do you want to do? I understand now, so that's it. I thought the power of the ancient continent's guardians was destined to sleep through this century. This is the blessing of the Holy Knights. Impossible! What are you saying? As you thought, the Fire Knights, Leonia's most loyal allies. The heir to the Holy Sword is here. The Holy Knights, the Divine Women's most loyal allies. The strongest warriors on the continent. What? Scared now? Since Leonia's fall, it's been a long time since anyone heard news of the Knights. Who knows what thing you're using to bluff? Not heeding warnings is courting death. Boom boom boom. My god, such tremendous power. Don't be afraid, I'll protect you. Your Highness, thank you. It's alright, it's over now. Bella failed in the end, the Holy Knights have returned. I said everything would end. Chain this witch and take her to the church's special dungeon. Yes, Your Highness. Wait, there's also her. What do you want to do? Don't touch her. Aren't you a descendant of Leonia? Why were you helpless against the witch's power just now? You misunderstand, this was the Holy Knight's moment to shine. And I trust my fiancé. I've heard there have been strange rumors lately, accusing him of being addicted to dark magic and turning into a monster. Now it seems those rumors have been debunked, haven't they? Right, how could a dark magic wizard use a holy sword? These were all lies fabricated by Richard to suppress his highness. What an unscrupulous fellow. Your Majesty, exposing Bella's misdeeds and defeating the witch was thanks to them. Many people witnessed it. I understand. Take good care of your fiancé, Isaac. Having no other choice, the queen could only turn and leave. Thank you so much for your help. Just a small effort. You two should leave here soon. Especially Your Highness the Crown Prince, compared to a fragile girl bearing Leonia's name. You are the one who makes the Stuart name more wary. I understand. Thank you nonetheless. Isaac, did I do something wrong? I'm such a fool with no political sense, I actually boasted about his achievements in front of the queen. It's fine, you're too tense. Don't worry. No, I'm not tense. You are tense, because this is the first time you've called me directly by my name. Lily's heart couldn't help but beat rapidly. On the way back, the two remained silent. Isaac opened his eyes, and a trace of red flashed through them. Your Highness, are you all right? It's nothing, just some physical fatigue, nothing serious. That's good. The dosage of the potion I prepared for Your Highness is sufficient. But if you feel anything wrong, you must tell me immediately. You should worry about yourself instead. Although Bella has been imprisoned by the church, the Roland family likely still has confidants she left behind. So, do you really plan to go see your father like this? Everyday puppet potions isn't lifted. Father is in more danger. I can't wait any longer. Then go. Everything according to plan. I will not only return to the manor where I was raised and reclaim everything that belongs to me, I will also appear before Father with dignity in my true form. Karen, follow and protect her. But Your Highness, you just used the Holy Sword's power. Is your body all right? Don't you need guards? Not for now. Go protect her. As soon as Lily returned to the manor, the maid mistook her for a ghost. Sorry, but the dead of the Roland family had returned from hell to reclaim everything that belonged to her. Miss Lily, Miss Bella was already gone. Please spare me, Miss Lily. Lily looked around. Something wasn't right. This house shouldn't have been so deserted. Answer me, where did all of Roland's guards go? Before the maid could speak, she fainted from fright. It was just a little illusion magic, and this was enough to make you faint. Was it my imagination? That maid seemed to have aged at least 20 years since I last saw her. I thought I'd have to go through some trouble to frighten them, but unexpectedly no one stopped me at all. In any case, I had to find Bella's underground pharmacy first. The antidote formula must be there. Who was that person? Was it a servant Bella left behind? Or had she brought a new witch into the Roland family? If so, I probably couldn't handle it alone. Lily accidentally kicked an empty bottle. Who's there? Who is it? That was too close. Fortunately, I wasn't discovered. But that person was... It was Father. On the other side, the maid was begging for mercy. There were no more new sacrifices. Lily, my daughter, is it really you? You're still alive. Before Father could approach, Lily slashed his clothes with a knife, revealing the blood curse underneath. Father, tell me why you have the blood curse unique to dark witches on your body. Answer me, how exactly did my mother die? What are you talking about, my daughter? It was all Bella, because of that witch Bella. Stop making excuses. The aging maid, the pungent smell of medicine, and this jar with spell charms on it. Just as I thought, it was Mother's ashes. And all of this pointed to one fact. You weren't controlled by the puppet potion at all. Instead, you were exchanging living people's lives for your own. I grew old, my body decayed day by day, my movements became sluggish. My mind became terribly numb. Only demons could grant me new life. What are you going to do? Don't rush, your mother was the first sacrifice for my blood curse, and now it's your turn, my daughter. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. That's it. Keep struggling. The harder you struggle, the easier it is for the blood curse to drain your power and feed it back to me. Don't even think about it. You think this bird of yours can interfere with me? Foolish young person, just by entering this basement you've already entered the blood curse's range of power. No one can be my match. Become my nourishment together. Match? Who are you talking about? Monster! No, you're the crown prince. Duke Roland, I sentence you to death in the name of Stuart. No, wait, Isaac. Father. Why was Isaac here? He didn't look anything like the usual crown prince. It was as if the curse had completely corroded his mind. Useless servant. Didn't I tell you to protect her well? How could you be so useless? Your Highness, relax. Isaac, don't be like this. Whatever happened, this isn't you. So please, Isaac, wake up. Don't do things you'll regret. Seeing Lily so heartbroken, scenes from the past appeared before Isaac's eyes. Your Highness, Crown Prince. Finally, Isaac woke up. Sorry, don't cry anymore. I don't want to see you so sad, Lily. Cheer up. Isaac, were you really willing to accept this heavy blessing? Yes, Father. I was willing as long as this can bring peace. What's going on? How did I get here? Isaac, you finally woke up. Unexpectedly, as soon as Isaac woke up, he let go of Lily's hand. Seeing this scene, Lily felt a bit sad. She thought Isaac didn't want to see her and turned to leave. Isaac looked puzzled. What was going on? Remembering what he had done, he had acted so frivolously toward a girl whose father he had just killed with his own hands. Really, was I out of my mind? No, these weren't excuses. Didn't I really have secret desires in my heart? To avenge her, to fight for her, to be closer to her. Forget it, she might not be willing to open her heart to me anymore. Your Highness, thank goodness you're all right. You've been unconscious for almost a week. That long? Yes, your moon's shackle suddenly flared up and severely depleted your mental strength. Karen and Miss Lily brought you back covered in blood. I was scared out of my mind. Is Karen all right? What could happen to him? He's full of energy. That's great. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. Thank you, Lily. Miss Lily? Didn't you just see her? Well, it makes sense. She watched over you for so long and still had to rush to prepare her father's funeral. Funeral? When? The news of Duke Roland using living people to refine the blood curse in the basement had spread throughout the court. Miss Lily's charge of matricide was cleared, and she would soon be granted the title of countess. It was me. I killed her father. Catherine, help me prepare my ceremonial robe and scepter. At the funeral, everyone was whispering such a grand Roland family was left with only this frail heir. The poor girl would be lucky just to survive. You're coveting her beauty and the fortune she's about to inherit, aren't you? Mother, may you rest in peace, Father. May you repent. Wait, your father cannot be buried in the noble cemetery. I know, I just came to say my final farewell to him. Also, the Queen has ordered that the Roland family's assets be temporarily frozen until you formally pass the Countess investiture ceremony. Freezing the assets probably meant putting them straight into the royal treasury. The royal family was the same as always, picking on helpless orphan girls, and then finding some random excuse later. The church will come tomorrow to take Duke Roland away, if you need to delay for a few days. Thank you, Lady Cynthia, but I've had enough. I wanted to bid farewell to all these filthy memories. I, Lily Roland, wanted to give up my surname. No, I don't agree. Your Highness the Crown Prince, why would you condescend to come here? He actually followed too. Why? What should I do? Did he remember what happened that day? Lily Roland, I swear in the name of Stuart to grant you 1/3 of my lands beyond the valley as compensation for taking your father's life. Isaac Stuart, your Highness, do you know what you're saying? No, this isn't right. Everyone knows it wasn't your fault at all. Lily, don't refuse me. After all, at this moment, I might not have enough life left to protect you until you take back everything that belongs to you. Isaac, with so many people around just now, it wasn't convenient for me to ask. Did something happen to you? You're very perceptive. Thank you for not refusing my gift in public. Whatever happened, I can't accept it. Those are your important assets, and I am merely a disowned orphan from a fallen house. More than that, you're also What's happening? Such piercing, bone-chilling pain. Your Highness, what's wrong? It hurts so much it's getting worse and worse. Your Highness, hang in there, someone come quickly. This is... Oh no. Catherine, quick, take His Highness to the warmest room, preferably somewhere easy to rinse. Rinse? Then there's only that place. As soon as they entered the water, Lily was stunned. She had never seen the moon's shackle flare up over such a large area. Recently, his body had been constantly abnormal. Could it be... Catherine, are all the medicinal ingredients ready? The amount you requested was too large. I couldn't gather that much at once. I'll go urge those servants again. It's too hot in here. I'm about to suffocate. Isaac, you must hold on until the ingredients arrive. At this moment, Isaac woke up and turned to look at her, his heart pounding. He reached out and pulled her over, kissing her deeply. Isaac, let go of me. Lily was pulled into the water and held tightly in his arms. Such fragile, tender skin, I wanted to bite into it. Isaac, do you want to bite? Go ahead. I'm the monster who made you lose your father. I shouldn't take anything more from you. Isaac, from the moment Duke Roland sold his soul to the devil, I had already completely lost him. Now I can't lose you too, otherwise I would truly be all alone. Thank you, Lily. This wasn't a bloodthirsty craving but a real kiss. But this kiss was tender yet tinged with sadness. Someone's coming. Lily pushed Isaac away just in time. Sorry, my hand slipped. Well, I just need to go change a vial of medicine. Why don't you two continue? No need, I'll go change it. Wait, didn't she not even ask what ingredients they were? What was I doing? I completely forgot about the important matter and even returned that kiss. Why did he do that, Isaac? Could he have feelings for me? No, something just felt off. The erratic emotions, the sudden desires, and that loss of control in the basement. Something was wrong, something must have happened to Isaac. Catherine lit a candle, Your Highness. How is your condition? The high priest said the spread of the moon's shackle was like a countdown. When it covered the entire body, it would be when the cursed one's life ended. Does Miss Lily know? No, she shouldn't know and won't know. Even so, how long can you keep it hidden? She only stayed by my side because she was bound by gratitude and interests. I don't want her to bear more guilt toward me. Guilt? If you were just an ordinary man to her, do you think she would still feel this way? That wasn't guilt but love, the most fatal emotion for a woman. What? How could this be? And have you also developed fatal feelings for her? Like being willing to sacrifice yourself for her and give up the chance to break the curse? I can't do this. Just as he finished speaking, he collapsed. Looking at the collapsed Isaac, Catherine revealed an evil smile. Then she picked up the candle from earlier and blew it out. Still don't understand? You had already fallen in love with that girl, madly in love. Just like your poor condemned mother, my foolish crown prince. Lily collected herself and knocked on the door again. What is it, Miss Lily? I brought the medicine back. Where is His Highness? His Highness was a bit tired and just went to the inner chamber to rest. He's sleeping. Yes, is there any message you need me to pass along? No, damn it, what kind of man falls asleep right after kissing? Didn't he have anything he wanted to say to me? Miss Lily, there's one more thing. Your journey of revenge has ended. It's time to settle everything. The Crown Prince said he would send you back to the Roland residence within 3 days. From then on, there would be no more connection between you two. What? Isaac wants to drive me away. That's impossible. Nothing's impossible. It's just normally ending a relationship. You're overthinking it, Miss Lily. Think of it from another angle. This is also beneficial for you. Beneficial for me? What does that mean? It can protect a young lady's reputation and keep her away from royal attention. Or is Isaac in danger and deliberately distancing himself from me? I don't need this kind of benefit. I want to see him. Let me in. Red spell charms lit up on the door, forcing Lily to step back. They even put spells on the door. I just wanted to share your pain with you, Isaac. Don't you understand yet? What exactly happened to you that made you so determined to distance yourself from me? But I won't give up. I finally understood. I like you. I've always liked you. On the other side, when Isaac woke up, his entire body was bound in iron chains. Are you hungry, my prince? Catherine, what are you doing? Release me. That's an order. That won't do. This is all for your own good. You can't continue being so absurd. I don't understand what you're saying. Your romantic feelings have made you completely forget all the dangers, haven't they? You activated the Holy Knight's power for that girl and accelerated the outbreak of the moon's shackle. After that, you killed the Dark Witch in the basement. Although you controlled yourself, the curse released when the witch died would also backfire on you. But the worst part was that you completely forgot your original intention. Lily Roland wasn't just your temporary blood bank, but also your final antidote. Shut up, don't say anymore. What? Did I say something wrong? When the moon's shackle has no cure, the only way out is to sacrifice a living person's life. There was no one more suitable than Lily. Her blood would accept you, which meant using her as a sacrifice wouldn't cause rejection. No matter what, I won't agree. Release me. Give up. Your body is already very weak. Don't fantasize about breaking free from the chains. And I'm warning you not to use the Holy Knight's power. You'll die. I won't accept her sacrificing herself for me. Give up on that. Don't worry, I never intended to force you to. That girl will come looking soon enough. What? What did you do? Nothing much, I just gave Lily a hint. This time let's see just how much she cares about you. Perhaps to save you, she really could do things that noble ladies couldn't do, like betting her own life. Sure enough, Lily came to the Moon Kingdom's church. Could this be the church's execution ground? That's right, your sister Bella was executed here and turned to bones. Are you sure you want to hold the ritual for him? I can give you a chance to communicate with the countless spirits carried by this sacred pillar. Perhaps as you wish, one of those spirits indeed knows how to break the moon's shackle. But perhaps you won't find the answer you want and will instead be devoured and become one of them. Are you mentally prepared? Don't worry, please conduct the ritual for me, Lady Priestess. Alright, I know I can't dissuade you anymore. Take care of yourself. The song of returning spirits was about to play. Burn, lonely soul. Isaac, wait for me. I will definitely save you. Isaac, Isaac. Father, you came. This girl was called Catherine. From now on, she would be in charge of your meals and daily life. Hello, my name was Catherine. Father, I didn't think I need a personal servant anymore. Her family all died. Could you take care of this helpless orphan girl? Take care? Then what about you, Father? I had my own matters to handle. I was leaving. You two got along well. Father, where were you going again? The little girl tugged at Isaac. May I call you Isaac, your highness? The girl was so gentle with such a sweet smile. On the other side, Isaac, what exactly did you say to Lily? I didn't say anything, but she would definitely figure it out. To reunite with her beloved, the only way was through the church's power. If Lily truly loved you, she would perform the ritual your mother once held. Ghost summon, mixing among the dead at the cost of soul separation, prepared to never return. No, absolutely not. Your Highness, you clearly know that forcibly using the Holy Knight's power in your current physical condition will only accelerate death. You also know I can perish together with you at any time. Catherine, release me immediately and ensure Lily's personal safety. Otherwise, I'll make you lose everything you care about. Are you threatening me by using yourself as a hostage? but that will only make her situation worse. I've already issued orders to the Imperial Guards in your name. If anything happens here, the Stewart family will mobilize in full force and raze the Rowland family to the ground. Isaac's heart sank, and he finally gave up struggling. I don't understand, Catherine. What exactly are you doing this for? Is it hard to understand? I just want you to see with your own eyes how pathetic love is. Don't forget your mother's fate. Remember how she died. In the church, Lily had already begun the ritual. Ghost summon meant that for a period of time your soul would separate from your body and enter the sacred pillar's void realm. Countless spirits wandered here, possibly even your sister Bella. But you needed to eliminate their interference and find Oranto, the Night Queen who died here 300 years ago, within 1 hour. As the inheritor of the first-generation witch, she knew how to break all curses in the world, naturally including the moon shackle. As soon as Lily entered, spirits crawled out one by one. At this moment, just as she was about to be touched by the spirits, someone pulled Lily in time, saving her from the spirit's grasp. Isaac, how could you be here? I should be asking you, how could you be here? You know, I've been looking for you for a long time. Isaac, is it really you? But Catherine clearly said. Don't listen to her. She was just trying to drive a wedge between us. I've been waiting for you all along. Really? So you weren't avoiding me because of the moon's shackle outbreak? How could that be? I want to be with you all the time. Lily, don't refuse me. Isaac, aren't we moving a bit too fast? Don't refuse me. I miss you so much. But now isn't the time for this. Then when the formal moment comes, will you be willing to become mine? Yours? That's right. I only want you to become a soul that belongs only to me. Are you willing? Lily, I seem to have feelings for you too. I should. That's right. Say it. Say you're willing to become mine. At the critical moment, the evil spirit was pierced through the body. Evil spirit, be gone. An exorcism spell? The church's priestess actually implanted such an ultimate weapon deep in your consciousness. You shouldn't have impersonated Isaac. Someone as restrained as him would never make such a frivolous promise to me. What a pity, you were so close to forming an eternal contract with me. My soul would never be able to return to the mortal world. Becoming your puppet would never happen. I must bring back the method to break the moon's shackle. For that man called Isaac, you don't know him? Then why could you transform into his appearance? Foolish human, we only transform according to your inner heart. Everything that just happened was merely a shadow projected by your subconscious desires. So what exactly are you? Some dead witch? Dark sorcerer? Parasite? Could you be Oran? Shut up. The moment you blurt out that name, both you and I will die. Why? Are you lying to me? That powerful? Just a name not yet spoken could make it fear like this. No, you're not an ordinary evil spirit. Great, then have you heard of the moon's shackle? Shut up. Without the essence power of the Leonia kingdom, you have no options. Give up. You know quite a lot, skilled at transformation, familiar with curses, and extremely afraid of her. Can I ask you for help directly? Just you? What price can you pay me? Flesh, spirit, or luck? A cage trapped Lily inside. It's too late to back out now. In 1 hour, your soul and body will be separated forever and become my food. Oh no, a soul-devouring cage. After using the exorcism spell's power earlier, your mental energy is almost depleted, right? Don't think about escaping. You can't see through my true form or find my past. Is that so? But it seems to me the answer is already obvious. Really, you know. Your name is the Sea Demon Kraken. The moment the name was called out, the soul-devouring cage disintegrated. The evil spirit also reverted to its original form. Damn it, I was discovered. An evil spirit whose true identity has been revealed cannot harm humans. You can't trap me anymore. You helped her back then, but you were abandoned and died on the Four Seas battlefield. After your body was cremated by the church, your skull was displayed on the divine throne as a trophy. What are you trying to do by saying all this? Half of an evil spirit's power is stored in its bones. Guess what I can do to it? No. Without it, I'll become the weakest one. Please, no. In that case, help me achieve my goal. Okay, but my former master's soul is asleep most of the time. You probably won't be able to find her. How could this be? Then what should I do? But I can swim into her sea of consciousness and steal the witch collections for you. Don't worry, there's definitely what you need in there. Really? Thank you, that's wonderful. But that man you want to save is really fortunate. Don't worry, wait here for me, I'll be back soon. I definitely won't let you become the second Stewart Crown princess. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What, you didn't know? The last one who held a ritual here was that woman who was abandoned right after giving birth to her son, who prayed to evil spirits for power for her husband's sake, a complete family sacrifice. Isaac, do you remember how your mother, Lady Sharon, died? To help her beloved husband become invincible on the battlefield, she didn't hesitate to seek help from evil spirits. But after becoming a puppet of the evil spirits, she was abandoned by her husband and left in prison. Look, love is such a pathetic thing. It only makes people foolish, weak, and blind, and then they lose their lives. No, you're wrong. What did you say? Isaac seized the moment when Catherine wasn't paying attention and restrained her. You're wrong. Lily is different from my mother, and I'm also different from father. I will never use Lily as my antidote. You did it on purpose, deliberately showing weakness to me. Don't you care about your life? Her blood is your only hope of survival. I'm just fulfilling my duty as a faithful servant. I just want to save you. Why won't you ever listen? Save me, faithful servant. Catherine, I don't think a servant would have the audacity and ambition to imprison their master. The reason you imprisoned me is simply because you want to keep me all to yourself. You meticulously planned all of this because you're jealous of Lily. You mock love because you fear the sinful feelings in your own heart. Admit it. You love me. You've been driven mad by this forbidden love. I've been by your side since childhood, taking care of you meticulously. I know all your likes and dislikes, keeping all your secrets. I was there for you when you fell into the abyss after being cursed, and I took care of you when the moon's shackle tormented you with unbearable pain. The one who depended on you for survival was me, not her. But I will never be worthy to stand beside you and become your legitimate wife. Is it because of my lowly birth that I can't have any of this and must willingly remain a servant? I've always been grateful for everything you've done, but we can never be together. You know the reason better than anyone, you who share the same bloodline with me. Isn't that right, sister? How could this be? You knew? How did you know? Since when? It wasn't difficult. I guessed it from the very first day Father brought you to meet me. That's it then. I'm leaving. No, wait, where are you going? To the church to make the evil spirits return Lily. Don't go. That woman has very likely met with misfortune. Your body is extremely weak right now. You can't risk yourself for her. So what? The moment I decided to stop using her blood, I already accepted that death could take me at any time. As long as she can return safely, I'm willing to pay any price, even if it means joining the ranks of the dead sooner. I'm nothing but a monster burning with blood and sin now, while she still has a pure and bright future. Catherine, if you have even the slightest feelings for me, then help me write my will. No, I won't allow it. With a bang, the door opened. It's you, Lily. Lily, thank goodness you're all right. What's going on? Why are you in the dungeon? Lily, you're back. Isaac, when I saw you weren't in your bedroom, I searched the entire castle. And what's this about writing? A will. Lily, is it really you? You're alive. Are you hurt? The evil spirits didn't harm you, did they? Thank goodness, thank goodness. You didn't die because of me. Because he had just used his power, Isaac could no longer hold on. He collapsed to the ground with a thud, and his body began to change. Isaac, how did this happen? Let go of him. Stop agitating his emotions. This will only make his condition worse. Lily was a bit angry and glared at Catherine. What a disobedient young lady. I should have made it very clear that your revenge deal is over. This castle no longer welcomes you. I thought you would perform the ghost summon for him, but it seems you fled at the last moment. He became like this all because of your cowardice. Do you only know how to blame others when trouble strikes? Now is not the time to shirk responsibility. The moon's shackle has spread to his chest. If we don't do something, Isaac's life will be in danger. Listen, go prepare 20 candles, lamb's blood, the jewelweed juice, pearl powder, and salt water immediately. Go quickly if you don't want to lose Isaac. You mean you know the method? That's right. I obtained the method to remove the moon's shackle from the dead. I'm the only one who can save him now. Is that so? How will you save him? Lily bit her finger and smeared her blood on Isaac's hand. Soon it took effect, and the moon's shackle temporarily receded. Move faster. This is just the initial curse removal treatment. Completing the entire ritual requires more steps. Do you still want to delay until he dies? Witches' schemes. What filthy deal did you make with the evil spirits? We've researched for so many years without finding a way to lift the curse. I won't help you defile his body. Is that so? Then do you have any sacred method to help him lift the curse? Go now, or I'll kill you. You don't need to worry either. If I fail, you can make me pay with my life, or report me to the church as a witch, whatever you want. But right now, I order you to obey me and fulfill your duty as a maid to take care of your master. Catherine had no choice but to prepare the needed materials as she instructed. The jewelweed juice isn't thick enough, and the saltwater concentration is too low. Never mind. It's just a temporary preparation. It's good enough if it works. How arrogant. If you can't save him, I will definitely kill you. Lily applied the potion to her own lips. The ritual began. In the name of the saints, honor time, honor magic, honor this land. Bestow blessings upon your heart, your body, and your soul. The power merged into Isaac's body, and gradually his body began to change. After some time, Isaac's body returned to its original state. Great. Now we just need to wait for him to wake up. Isaac, thank goodness. After a while, Isaac finally opened his eyes. You're finally awake. How do you feel? I'm fine. I seem to be still alive. But who's that person behind you? This sickly fellow is the person you wanted to save at all costs? Kraken, don't be disrespectful to His Highness the Crown Prince. Fine, I won't say it then. My castle doesn't welcome uninvited guests, especially uninvited spirits of the dead. I've seen your portrait in forbidden books. Ancient underwater race, guardian of the deep sea. Knight of the Supreme Witch, one of those on the death list 300 years ago. The sea demon Kraken, why are you by her side? Since you know my identity, it saves me from introducing myself. But being so rude to your savior doesn't match the noble etiquette of hospitality. Savior? What do you mean? Isaac, Kraken is my friend. Without his help, I wouldn't have been able to find the method to unlock the moon's shackle. Here, this is the witch collections, left by Oranto. At this moment, it will enter your consciousness. When reading, you need to call Oranto's name 3 times, and you'll be able to open it in your mind. Thank you, but you wouldn't help me for no reason. What price do I need to pay? Not much. Your exclusive evil spirit. Yes, in order to exchange for the witch collections. I had him possess the bracelet and secretly brought him out of the church. That's right, so now I can't leave her more than 10 meters away. What an annoying guy. The next morning, Isaac had returned to his normal state. Good morning. It seems you've completely removed the moon's shackle and recovered your health. Wonderful. You've become that godlike crown prince again. Godlike? Is that how you see me? Since you've recovered your health, my mission at the estate is complete. Perhaps I should return to the Roland family soon. The estate and servant's father left behind are still waiting for their only heir. Your Highness, I'll take my leave now. Wait, don't go. Lily Roland, have you forgotten? I once introduced you to everyone at the court ball as my chosen fiancé, Isaac Stewart's. But that was acting, not to me. You're the bravest, most unique, most enigmatic lady I've ever met. I'm asking you to stay by my side. Will you, Lily? All right. My Lily, the one who should leave this castle is definitely not you, but someone else. Catherine, you're here. Isaac, please don't send me away. I know I'm unforgivably guilty. It was I who made your condition worse. I've been reflecting in seclusion. To make amends, I voluntarily obey that woman, help her prepare medicine, arrange her meals and accommodation. I'll accept any punishment. As long as you can recover your health, I can pay any price, even my life. Enough. I didn't come to watch your performance or to mourn our kinship. Guards, I came to see you off. Your luggage has been packed. Your Highness, are you sending me away? We've lived together since childhood. You can't do without me. I'm your confidant, your right hand. I'm your sister. Although my birth mother is a stain the family doesn't want to mention. Didn't father owe anything to my mother and me? I thought you were generous and compassionate. I didn't expect you wouldn't care about our kinship at all. Precisely because we share the same bloodline, I believe this separation is good for both you and me. I don't need a maid who tries to manipulate her master, especially one who harbors ill will toward my fiancé. When you someday abandon those strange desires, we can meet again as family. It's all over. Safe travels, sister. Isaac, I've given so much for you. How can you throw me away like garbage? It must be that woman, right? That woman made you punish me. Otherwise, how could you be so cruel to me? I originally wanted to exile you to the border, never to see you again in this life. It was she who pleaded for you and chose a way out for you. See for yourself how the woman you speak of treats you. I plan to banish Catherine from the Shadow Castle. She needs to leave me now and sever those dangerous thoughts that go beyond master-servant and blood relations. I don't want my indecisiveness to put you in danger again. At least please, let her stay in the Moon Kingdom. I can hear there's still hesitation and reluctance in your heart. After all, she's accompanied you for many years and taken care of you closely, and you're a gentleman who repays kindness. You know, I also once had a sister. She once hated me and treated me cruelly. I hoped she would be punished. But now that I've completely lost her, after the joy of revenge has faded, all I feel is loneliness. Don't worry, Isaac. I now have the ability to protect myself. I'm not so easily hurt by anyone. I don't want to force you to choose between me and your only family. Catherine's skill in sewing clothes is exquisite. Even after leaving you, she'll definitely have a way to make a living. I happen to know a medicinal herb merchant who can introduce her to a shop. When she becomes an excellent merchant and her passion for you cools with time, perhaps one day you can reunite as family. Thank you, Lily. I really didn't expect this. Farewell, sister. Only this way will you gain freedom. Don't be sad. I'll always be with you. You will see each other again someday. Your Highness, now that your curse has been lifted, shouldn't you leave the Shadow Castle and return to the Carefree Hall as the Crown Prince? Yes, I do have that plan. Please deliver this letter to my elder brother, the King. Wonderful. Once you return to the court, the negative rumors about you will surely collapse on their own. I hope so, but I'm afraid things aren't that simple. Even though I was able to restore my appearance with Lily's help, we still don't know who placed the curse on us. If the mastermind behind this hoped I would be disgraced and stay away from the court because they covet the throne, then they're very likely within the royal family. Meanwhile, Lily lay in bed with her heart pounding nonstop, thinking of Isaac saying with that expression and tone that I'm his fiancé. What did he mean? Could it be a proposal? Is he taking me back to the palace? Or does he just need me to continue playing the role of Crown Princess Lilith of the Leonia Kingdom, to stand by his side as a noble ancient kingdom princess, and continue that game full of lies? Compared to playing a fictional princess in front of the royal family, I prefer when you call me Lily, at the Shadow Castle. So when do you plan to tell him about your deal with Lady Cynthia? How can you suddenly appear in a young lady's boudoir? This is rude behavior even for an evil spirit. My sincere apologies, but I can't leave more than 10 meters from you. Back to the point. I overheard everything. To make Lady Cynthia keep your secret, you agreed to her request, didn't you? Miss Roland, you're more formidable than I imagined. People who can return safely from the realm of evil spirits are quite rare. You can take the knowledge obtained from the evil spirits, and I will keep your secret as promised, but you must lend me your pharmaceutical knowledge. Lily Roland, would you be willing to serve the queen and become a court physician? She says it's to enter the palace as a physician, but Lady Cynthia actually wants me to become her and the queen's informant under the guise of practicing medicine. I'll have to tell Isaac about this sooner or later, but I don't know how to bring it up. Although I also hope to heal and save people with my own abilities, there's only one me in the world. How can I simultaneously play Princess Lilith and Physician Lily? The court's social circle is really complicated, but do you have a choice? The daughter of a duke actually summoned evil spirits for a man. If word gets out you don't want to become the second Princess Stuart, that crazy woman who lost her mind over love. Who is it? Who's slandering my mother? Oh no, quick Kraken, get back in the bracelet. Wait, coming. Isaac, what brings you here? Do you need something? Because my family caused you to encounter various dangers and get entangled with that strange evil spirit. Who are you calling strange? You're the strange one. I don't want to argue with you. Anyway, I think I shouldn't keep you in the dark anymore. I want to take you somewhere. Will you listen to me confess everything? Of course, I'd be honored. The scene shifted to the Shadow Castle's treasure room. So there's a room like this hidden behind the library bookshelf. You've never brought me here before. Only those with the Stewart surname can enter this room. It holds all our family's secrets. The person in the portrait has features similar to His Highness the Crown Prince. Are they Isaac's parents? I accidentally heard that evil spirit mention my mother to you. How much do you know about the Stewart family's affairs? I don't know much about this. What I know about the Stewart family is just the version that everyone in the Moon Kingdom knows. Your father was once a prince who died heroically in the palace coup 10 years ago, securing the throne for your elder brother. After King Edward ascended the throne, to repay his sacrifice, he established you, still a youth, as crown prince. As for the rumors about your mother, I only heard them for the first time during the ghost summon. Kraken said that to obtain invincible secrets for her husband, she performed the same ritual as I did, but she failed and was ultimately driven mad by the evil spirits and died in the religious tribunal. But I never knew you had a sister. If Catherine is your sister, she should have an extremely noble status. Why would she accompany you as a maid? It's a long story. I'll tell you slowly. My parents were united through a family marriage. Mother admired father, and father respected mother. But every winter, father would secretly disappear for a month without telling anyone his whereabouts. The situation didn't change even in the year I was born. Mother, growing suspicious, quietly sent her personal maid to follow father. The maid discovered he went to a secret cottage in the forest to meet with a commoner woman. And in that woman's arms was a blonde baby girl. Could she be? That's right. I've always felt that the reason mother sought help from evil spirits was not only for military achievements or the throne, but more to win back her husband's heart. But shortly after mother passed away, father brought Catherine home and had her serve me closely. I didn't know the truth at first and only thought she was an orphan father had rescued, until mother's former maid, Miss Jane, told me the whole story. She said that girl was the master's illegitimate child raised outside, and the Stewart family would never give her official status. At that time, I didn't know how to face this blood-related sister. Unconsciously, I became distant from her. But seeing her working hard every day, I felt things shouldn't be this way. My father caused all of this. He betrayed my mother, and by not acknowledging Catherine, he made her, innocent as she was, bear a twisted fate. All of this is his fault. I understand. The reason you still kept Catherine by your side, even after retreating to the Shadow Castle, was because you still regarded her as family. Thank you. It's just a pity that Catherine doesn't seem to think so, and precisely because of my father's mistake, Lily, I made a decision long ago. I will only have one woman in my life. It's so beautiful. It's jewelry my mother left behind, for me to give to the woman I cherish. It represents my unwavering pledge. I think it complements your appearance better than a bracelet possessed by an evil spirit. Kraken, it seems Isaac really dislikes you. I also have a gift I want to give you, but it's somewhat unequal in value to the diamond bracelet. A bit embarrassing to present. Please come with me for a moment. Let's go. We're here. Look, I once asked your permission to plant herbs in the open space, and now they've grown from seeds into flowers. This is the sunflower. Herbal tea made from it has calming effects. This represents my wish for your eternal health and records the time we've spent together. It's just, is it too cheap? Too childish? Thank you. I love it. Actually, you don't need to worry and can speak freely to me. Whether you want to become a court physician or no longer wish to play the Leonia princess, you can choose freely. I will fulfill my knightly duty and become your solid support. Thank you. You heard everything after all. I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to interrupt your conversation with Mr. Evil Spirit. But to stop playing the Leonia princess would mean admitting we deceived the royal nobility. Moreover, we haven't drawn out the mastermind who placed the moon's shackle on you. So I will perform this drama until there's a reasonable ending, never putting you in an awkward position. Actually, before receiving this gift, I was just worried that your thoughtfulness toward me was only out of guilt for killing Duke Roland, or because you thought I still had use value. After all, you're the favored one that all noble ladies admire. While I've fallen from prosperity and had a failed engagement, my wavering isn't your fault. It's because I'm bound by the shadows of the past. I even feel jealous of the phantom I'm playing, who can rightfully walk alongside you. But it doesn't matter now. I'm willing to believe in your sincerity. Thank you, my dear Lily. Lily, my Lily, I love you. Long before you became engaged to Richard, I was already deeply in love with you. Isaac recalled long ago when he secretly went out in the middle of the night and got injured. He almost got discovered then. Where did that brat go? How dare he break into the church prison in the middle of the night? He really doesn't take the religious tribunal seriously. Looking at the blood trail, that little mouse must have slipped through the fence ahead. Go search quickly. Then a little girl appeared and said, "Ahead is Duke Roland's mansion. You can't enter without permission." Sorry, miss. Have you seen a suspicious child dressed all in black? No, there are no outsiders here. Damn it, let's go look elsewhere. Come out. I saw you. How did you know I was here? You're injured. Let me treat it for you. Fortunately, the wound isn't deep. I applied hemostatic and pain-relieving herbs, but this is only temporary treatment. If you want to fully recover, you need to rest well and not do any strenuous activities for nearly a month. Thank you. The medicine you used is very effective. The wound doesn't hurt as much. Amazing, right? My mother taught me all this. I'm going to become an even greater pharmacist than my mother. But how did you get shot by an arrow? The church soldiers said you broke into the church prison at night. Why would you do something so dangerous? Well, my mother was imprisoned. I heard she's seriously ill and might not live past tomorrow. I wanted to see her one last time. Unfortunately, before I could find where she was being held, I was expelled as an intruder. I understand. Don't worry. I'm sorry. You must be very sad right now. Sad? I don't know. Father said that men in our family must abandon all weak emotions from the moment they pick up a sword. So he won't let me visit mother or shed tears for her. No, it's not like that at all. Crying isn't a weak emotion. Tears show that you care deeply about the person who's leaving. It shows you're a gentle gentleman. If you want to cry, cry freely by my side. I'll keep your secret and stand guard for you. Thank you. Mother. Your Highness, tomorrow is the day Miss Roland enters the social ball for the first time, and you'll be going to war with the army soon. Will you invite her to dance the first dance? Of course I will. What a well-matched pair. I heard His Majesty the King and Duke Roland are already planning to arrange their engagement. This is my favorite tune. Let's go dance too. Isaac turned and walked away. What's wrong, brother Isaac? Isaac came alone to the balcony and kissed the handkerchief farewell. The moment the handkerchief fell to the ground, it actually transformed into Lily. Isaac couldn't accept this, and his entire body underwent tremendous changes. Who is it? Who exactly turned you into this state? Don't worry, I'll tear them to pieces. Don't be afraid, Lily. Lily, come back to the palace with me. I won't let you be harmed again. Lily was getting dressed up, but she wasn't happy at all. Kraken suddenly appeared and said, "You look very worried. Are you afraid that if your dual identity is exposed after entering the palace, you'll die in an ugly way?" Smooth talker. How did the inquiry I asked you to make go? Go to the Void Realm to find a woman named Bella Roland, right? I heard your relationship with that lady is rather combustible. How come after sending her to the Sacred Pillar, you suddenly remembered to care about her? When I entered the Void Realm for Isaac, I didn't see Bella there. At the time, I was in a hurry to find the witch collections and had no time to worry about Bella. But after returning, the more I thought about it, the more wrong it seemed. Bella harbored bone-deep jealousy and hatred toward me. Even if she became a spirit of the dead, she would drag me into purgatory at any cost. How could she possibly allow me to return safely from her territory, unless she wasn't there at all? Since you've already guessed everything, why did you come to ask me? All right, I inquired for you. Yes, just as you thought. On the day of execution, there was no woman named Bella who joined the army of the dead. It seems the religious tribunal has concealed something from you. As expected, Bella is still alive and may even have been drawn into other conspiracies. Only the church and royal family members have the authority to tamper with a witch's execution. To get close to the truth of everything, I need power and intelligence. At this moment, the two had already boarded the carriage. Seeing Lily's expressionless face, Isaac thought she was nervous and comforted her, saying, "Don't worry, I'm here. I'm not worried anymore." As soon as their carriage entered the palace, discussions arose. Crown Prince Isaac has returned to the palace and brought his future bride. I heard the bride will stay in the carefree hall to prepare for their royal wedding. What? His Highness the Crown Prince is getting married? No, my dream lover. Stop dreaming. His fiancé is the Princess of the Leonia Kingdom.